guys, welcome back. TMI tag time. I thought this tag looked really interesting. I don't know if I was or wasn't tagged, but I figured I would film it. I've already filmed it once and I realized that after when I loaded the footage that the lighting was crap. So, I put my lights up. Let's film this again. What are you wearing? I am wearing a really long shirt. It says, another beautiful morning at the bottom. And it's like a really long shirt. Yes, I'm lounging around the house. Have you ever been in love? Yes, of course. I am married to my love and he's home taking a nap right now. Have you ever had a terrible breakup? Duh, who hasn't had a terrible breakup? But that's all dead, gone in the past. And yes, I have. Just like probably everybody ever. How tall are you? Technically, I am 5'5" 3/4", but I tell everybody I'm 5'6". I figured why not round up? Give myself that extra quarter inch. How much do you weigh? This is how much I weigh. I weigh 110 pounds, can't you tell? Any tattoos? I have about 10 or 11 tattoos, but a couple of my tattoos kind of are conjoined and they're combined. So like this is one on my shoulder and then one on my back, and they kind of meet. So they've kind of become one big tattoo. So let's say I have about 10 or so. I'm gonna do a video on that soon. Any piercings? I have 12 earrings, my belly button, and my tongue pierced actually, but I took the tongue piercing out a while ago, but the hole stayed open, strange enough. But I never ever wear that because it's just, I'm too conscious about my teeth cracking or getting chips on them. So I never ever wear my tongue ring. OTP. OTP? I don't know what that means. Okay, whatever. 9, favorite show. My favorite show is True Blood. Other than that, I really like New Girl. I loved Dracula. There's a lot of shows. My favorite all-time show, that was Sex and the City. I could watch all 6 seasons and yeah, I love it. The movies, all of it. Favorite bands. My favorite bands are old school bands. Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, like Seattle grunge bands. I really love that music. Something you miss. I miss being carefree. I miss being young and not having to work full time and not worrying about anything, and you really do realize when you get older how good you have it as a kid, and I miss that carefree feeling. So my favorite song at the moment, my favorite song, I don't know that I have a favorite song. I really like that song by Christina Aguilera and Something World something. I don't even know the name. It's like a duet. I really like that song right now. It's kind of depressing. Say Something. I'm giving up on you, they sing. Whatever, it's a nice duet. It's like harmony. I like that, but it's depressing as shit. How old are you? I'm 34 years young. My zodiac sign is Leo, and I am a typical Leo, especially if you know me. You know that to be true. Very type A personality, very controlling. Yeah, okay, that's me. A quality I look for in a partner, thoughtfulness, honesty, loyalty, everything my husband is. My favorite quote, it is what it is. I say that all the time, especially with things that I can't change or have nothing to do with. I just say, it is what it is. I don't know that it's a quote, but it's my favorite quote. It's something I say all the time. My favorite actor, Tom Hanks. I like Tom Cruise, Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know, I don't really have a specific one that I love. Favorite color. My favorite color is pink, obviously. I wear pink all the time and I love pink. Loud music or soft. Depends on the situation. When I'm getting ready for, when I'm just like doing makeup at home, I like my music loud, or if I'm dancing around or like cleaning. In the car I like it loud. I do like mood music too. Where do you go when you're sad? I go to bed. When I'm sad, I tend to go to sleep because I don't want to deal with it. I used to go to the beach, I used to go to the boardwalk, but now that I don't live there anymore, it's bad. I go to bed. Or I go to YouTube. Does that count? How long does it take you to shower? About 20 minutes, usually. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? For work, normally about 20 minutes to a half hour. If I'm screwing around and it's the weekend, it could take 2 hours, really. I just take a really long time. Have I ever been in a physical fight? I've never been in a physical fight, and yet I have slapped somebody one time when I was 16 years old. I slapped a bitch, but I've never been in a fight, you know. Turn on, just thoughtfulness and surprises. I think that when people just take the time and they know you really well and they just do things like that, I think that's a turn on in people in general. A turn off, lying, dirty fingernails, dirty ears, that's a big turn off too. I don't like that at all. The reason I joined YouTube, I was watching YouTube for a while and I really like being social, and I always wanted to do something like behind the camera ever since high school. I thought it would be really fun. I used to tell my my teachers, like, don't be surprised if you see me with my own talk show one day. So it's always something that I loved, and I was watching beauty videos and like, I could do that. So I just hopped on and used just like my point and shoot one day and just filmed some videos and decided like I wanted to do this. I wanted to do YouTube. I would love to make it a career. You know, that's a dream, but I really do love YouTube. I love it. It's so much fun. My fears. There's a bunch. I grew up a born-again Christian, so they were always talking about demons and whatnot, so I have grown up, even at this age, scared to death about demons, and I get creeped out in the dark and ghosts, haunted houses. I get these weird like feelings at 3:30 in the morning, I don't know, whatever, the witching hour. Other than that, I'm really scared of like claustrophobic tight spaces. I watched the movie The Descent and I had like cold sweats and my palms were sweating. I can't deal with claustrophobic places and tight places. Ooh, I hate it so much. And heights. I'm always scared I'm gonna like throw myself off a cliff. Last thing that made you cry was some cheesy movie. I watched the Tina Fey movie, I think it was called The Admission or something. The end made me cry when like she got the waitlist letter from her adopted kid. I don't know, it kind of made me tear up. Last time you said you loved somebody, Matt, I told him I loved him today. The meaning behind your YouTube name. When I lived in Long Beach, I had one of those portable storage units and I put all of my makeup in there, and that was in the corner of a hallway. And I used to stand there and do my makeup, and I used to joke about how that was Sammy's makeup corner, and like I would stand there and do my makeup. When I was trying to name my makeup channel, I thought it was funny. I'm like, well, that's my corner, so that's Sammy's makeup corner. And originally it was going to be Samantha's makeup corner, but the name was just way too long, so I shortened it to Sammy. Nobody actually calls me Sammy, which is funny. People here on YouTube call me Sammy, but it's not a nickname that I ever took. You know, people always called me Sam or Samantha, or when I was growing up, people called me Sam Thomas. Like, Thomas was my maiden name, so my nickname was, like, people always called me Sam Thomas. Like, that was it. So no one has ever called me Sammy, except for my brother Damien. He calls me Sammy Sam. Last book I read was the final book of the Southern Vampire Mysteries. The Sookie Stackhouse books was book number 13. It was the final book in this series. That was the last thing that I read. I need another book to read though, so if you guys have any suggestions on books, please comment below because I need a new book to read. The book I'm currently reading, nothing, unfortunately. Again, give me some suggestions. Last show I watched The New Girl. And that was, I guess, Tuesday or Monday night's episode. Oh gosh, you know what I just realized? You know what one of my favorite shows is? Heart of Dixie on the CW. I love Heart of Dixie. Oh, and you know what? My favorite actor is probably Justin Timberlake. Huh, I just thought of that too. Last person you talked to was Matt. Yes, Matt. But before that was my manager. But Matt was the last person I spoke to. The relationship between you and the person you last texted. Someone from the IT department at my job had some questions about the phone extension, so they texted me and I texted back. So we're coworkers. My favorite food. Cocked onions, pickles, and fruit roll-ups. My favorite things of all time, sweets and sours. I love pickles and oof, I love that stuff. Other than that, I love Taco Bell, love me some Mexican food. Give me an enchilada or churro, I'm super happy. Place you want to visit. In this country, I really want to visit California. Matt and I are actually planning a trip to fly into Vegas sometime around October, November, and then we're going to drive over to California and do some up the coast type stuff, you know, like Santa Barbara, LA, San Diego. I don't really know California very well, and I'm really excited to visit there. I'd love to go to Hawaii, Fiji, Australia, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I really want to go to France, and I definitely want to go back to London because I love London so much, and I would love to go back there. And I would go back there in a second. The last place you were, besides for work, I was in Orlando, Florida this past week, and I just got home. The last time you kissed anyone was Lily, my little kitty. I gave her a nice big smooch right on her mouth. Besides for that was Matt. The last time you were insulted was definitely sometime at work this week. I can't really tell you what it was about, but someone insulted me. I'm not sure. Favorite flavor of sweet? I love dried fruit. I love dried fruit. Dried strawberries are my absolute favorite. Dried pineapple, chocolate covered fruit, I love. Oh yeah, but I think dried strawberry is probably like right there, like right at the top. What instruments do you play? I have learned to play many instruments over my lifetime. First I was piano, then violin, then guitar. I can still play the guitar and I can play the bass guitar too. I really can't play that much on the piano at all and forget about violin. Like those two, it was like over 20 years ago, so I don't know anything about those two instruments anymore. Like really, that's gone out of my head. I could probably pick up the piano pretty quickly, but I can still play guitar pretty well. My favorite piece of jewelry is my engagement ring because it is absolutely beautiful. I love it and it means the world to me because it came from my husband. It's a promise of forever, duh. It's amazing. The last sport I played, I don't know. I really don't really play sports at all. Maybe last year Matt and I played basketball when we were on vacation. That was probably the last official sport we played. Fetch with the cats. The last song I sang, it is Ariel's song from The Little Mermaid when she's in her cave and you're look at this stuff, isn't it neat? That song. That was the last one I sang. My favorite chat-up line. I don't use chat-up lines. I don't care. Okay, my favorite chat-up line that was ever said to me when I was single and I was like 21 years old. Someone came up to me in a bar and I was standing at the bar getting a drink and he handed me money and he's like, "You're much too beautiful to be buying your own drinks." I thought that was funny and he walked away. Like he didn't even try to talk to me and he just gave me the money, which I thought he was such an idiot. Like, why would you just give me money and you wouldn't even try to talk to me? Like, okay, I'll take your money, go away, that's cool, whatever. But, okay, I guess I'll say that one. Have I ever used it? No, I've never used that line. So, last time you hung out with anyone, I was hanging out with Matt earlier today, my coworkers before that, and my best friend Kristen and her boyfriend Kyle came down to Florida and we hung out with them for a few days while we were in Orlando. And Melissa, while I was in Orlando, I saw her too. So those are the last people I've hung out with in the last week. Number 50, who should answer these questions next? Whoever the hell feels like it. I feel like I've seen this tag so much on YouTube. I don't know who has done it yet. So if you haven't done it, please do it. If you have done it, please link it below in the comment section. I will click on it, I will watch it. I really love watching this tag. I think it's a lot of fun and it's a great way to know everybody and to get to know, fellow YouTubers. So, okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tag video of the TMI tag. That was a lot of questions. I hope it allowed you guys to get to know me a little bit better. If you like this video and want to see more tag videos, just go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.